This city is very beautiful. So Lagos is this beautiful. I have never seen a place so crowded and big. It was Funmi's first time in Lagos. Her aunt took her in after her parent died. Funmi was the only daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Joseph. They live in a village called Okemesi in Ekiti State. Mr. and Mrs. Joseph was a well-known business trader. They dealt on tubers of yam, but the unfortunate thing happened. Traveling as usual to supply, they got involved in a drastic accident and died at the spot, leaving their 12-year-old child behind. This news got to the village. There was wailing in the land of Okemesi. Funmi, on the other hand, didn't know where to start from, as she didn't know if any relation stayed in contact with her family. On the day of her parents' burial, she cried and prayed that God will see her through, as she seems to have no one to help her. The sister of her mom came for the burial. She introduced herself to Funmi and asked her to go with her. Funmi agreed. She thinks she has seen pictures of her aunt on her mom's phone before now. Entering Lagos was a new experience for her, as she has never stepped out of her village before. Looking out from the window, she gasped at every sight of Lagos, the bridges, big house, and the crowd. Her aunt's family welcomed her. Funmi was happy because everyone treated her as family. She was registered to a private school. Aunt hugged Funmi and said, "Please take care of your focus on your studies." Smiled and said, "Welcome. Please introduce yourself." Funmi at first feeling shy, she introduced herself. "Hi class, I am Funmi. Please take care of me." Ogechi, the biggest school bully, smiling at Funmi, friendly. She came to Funmi and said, "Hello Funmi, how are you doing?" Unknown to Funmi, she felt Ogechi was a nice person. He was the first person to approach her. This conversation was noticed by the twin, Daniel and Daniela, also from a rich home, but are well behaved. They knew Ogechi was being mischievous and decided to warn Funmi about it. On Funmi's way to the bookstore to get books she needed, she was stopped by the twins, who introduced themselves. "Hello Funmi, I am Daniela and this is my twin brother Daniel. We are your classmates. We like to be your friends and guide you on how the school operates." Funmi was glad. She needed a friend and was delighted to meet the twins because she always admired twins. Smiling and extending a handshake. On the way, Daniela said, "We have one more thing we want to warn you about. Please be careful about Ogechi. She is not a friend to keep." Funmi has always been a person that saw the good in people. Despite the warning of her twin friends, she continued to indulge Ogechi as friends. Even after seeing her bullying some of her fellow students, she will only advise Ogechi to stop her ways and continue with the friendship. At first, Ogechi was good to Funmi, but started harboring hatred when Funmi started coming out as first in every exam and was liked by everyone. Even her parents started comparing her to Funmi, telling her she's dumb for allowing a new student to beat her in studies. Ogechi, who has been acting friendly to Funmi, started acting strange towards her. Funmi wondered what was wrong and decided to ask Ogechi. "Told you can ask me such. Get lost. You irritate me," Ogechi shouted. The following week, headmistress speaking. All the students that will be writing promotion exams should prepare for it. Funmi and her friends looked at each other, understanding they need to study for their promotion exams. Day of the exam. Sitting in the library before the exam, looking confused. What's wrong? The twins asked and worried. "I don't want to fail the exam." "Come on, you are one of the best students in our class." Fast forward the next day.
"I won't take any excuse. You must beat mates of yours, no matter what it takes. Do you hear me?"
Ogechi's father shouted, and "I've heard you." Ogechi replied angrily. "I really hate that girl Funmi," she said, feeling frustrated. Close to teach her a lesson. Her friend asked, trying to console her. Tired. I'm going to class, she said, leaving. Next day, Ogechi noticed Funmi hasn't come in yet, which was unusual. But heard her friends said they couldn't get to her. Suddenly, she remembered what her friend asked her. Shouted out to her friends, "What did you guys do?" she shouted.
You take care of her. Just send someone to lock her up. But why are you reacting this way?
We thought you hated her. No, but not to the extent of locking her up. Call them now to release her, Ogechi demanded. Tried calling but no answer. Then the message read, "If you want your friend, bring a sum of 3 million in cash." Flashback, Funmi on her way to school as usual. She felt followed. Looking back, she noticed some strange men walking towards her. She increased her pace, not imagining things, but noticed they were walking faster towards her. She ran as fast as she could, wanted to escape, but the men were faster and caught her. Ogechi, in panic, reported the situation to her parents.
Such a disappointment.
Shouted at them. Parents contacted the police, assuring the case was solved discreetly. Papa was caught by the police. Funmi was rescued. Knowing that Ogechi's friends were the mastermind, she never imagined they could go this far. Parents pleaded with Funmi to keep the incident secret. Though she didn't like the request, but she also don't want her family to worry about this, so she agreed. She was transferred. She came to take her belongings in school and met Funmi. Funmi, she turned to leave, then stopped. With her back facing Funmi, she said, "I really hate you, but I'm sorry for what I did," and left without waiting for Funmi's response. But 7 years after, I can't believe tomorrow our graduation. Funmi and the twins got scholarship to one of the best in Nigeria, preparing happily for their graduation the next day. Funmi hugged her aunt, thanking God for sending her a family who loved her unconditionally.
Will you marry me?
Eric, kneeling down in the presence of everyone graduating, was Amafka's mom Yoruba and dad from California. So he decided to school in Nigeria. Meeting Funmi for the first time, he just knew she is the one. He was on his knees asking the love of his life to marry him. He excited, she said yes. Edding, "You look handsome in your traditional attire," she said, smiling sheepishly to her husband-to-be.
I was born to wear this with you, my love.
He replied, "I'm off and happily got married to the love of her life." Funmi at that point knew that though her parents left, but God never left her.
The end.